Hey guys, Jacob here with poolandfloor.com again. Today we're going to go over the differences between Paramount valves and how to identify your valve. Right here is a Paramount valve. Every single one looks like this. So we're going to break it down on how to identify your valve. So this right here is a 2-port 4-gear module. Part numbers are listed below for the module and the base. So pretty much what makes this a 2-port 4-gear is a couple things actually. So as you can see here, you have the tubes connecting these 3 pistons. And on the right side, you have these 3 tubes connecting those pistons. Or sorry, the 2 tubes connecting the 3 pistons. And then in the middle here, you have all these gears. So what signifies a 4-port gear, or 4-gear, 2-port 4-gear, is you have 1, 2, 3, 4 gears right here, and then you have this gear off to the side a little bit. This is the standard setup for most Paramount valves. The 5-gear has a little gear over here, the 2-port 5-gear, which that actually makes it a slower moving valve. So with this valve right here, it's going to be a 2-port 4-gear. So again, you have the 2 tubes on each side, making it one glorified 1-port right here, 2 ports right here, making it 2-port. And also on the water valve base, you only have 2 outlets. On Paramount valves, all the inlets are in the middle. This right here is the 2-port 5-gear. So as you can see, the base looks identical to the 4-gear because obviously it's just 2 ports, so you got water going out of 2 ports. And then the 5-gear is this little guy right here. This is what actually makes it a little slower, so the valves go back and forth a little bit slower to make it longer cleaning time on each port. But again, the 2-port has the 2 tubes on each side connecting the 3 ports as 1 port virtually. This valve right here is the 3-port. So the first identifier is when you pull the valve out, take a look at the base. So the newer style bases have the actual ports blocked off completely. So when you look down, you're just going to see nothing. I mean, when you have the open ports, you're going to see a PVC pipe going through, but these will just have a black cap. So you're going to only have 3 available to go work with on the exterior, and obviously the middle one is also where the water comes up from the filtration system. The outside ones are what goes back to the pool, creating a 3-port valve. So now back to where the tubes are. So as you see here, the tubes, there's 3 tubes connecting 2 ports on each tube. So pretty much you just count whatever a tube's connected to as one solid port. So right here you just have this tube connecting these 2, then these 2, and then these 2, which creates 1 port, 2-port, 3-port. So as you can see here, the gear setup is the same as the 4-gear, which is pretty much the standard on the rest of the valves that we're going to talk about here on this video. But again, to touch base, 3-port is 1, 2, 3 tubes and connecting the 6 ports into 3 different ports by the tube. So you just have 1, 2, 3, and then the valve setup has 3 open holes in the exterior with 1 that comes from the filtration. So now we have 4-port. So the 4-port has these 2 blocked off areas up here, which creates the 4-port, obviously, because you have 1, 2, 3, 4 on the exterior and 1 from the filtration. And then on here you have the tube connecting the 3 ports over here. So this makes it 1 port right here, 2, 3, 4. So these ones are open, these are standalone units. So the way that this works, these standalone units, they sit on top of these 3 open ports right here. And then the strawed units, so the tube ones, they sit where the 2 closed ones are, and then this guy. So this right here, this center part of the tube is going to sit over this part of the opened unit, and then these 3 will have their own ports open down here. Okay, this is the standard water valve module based 6-port setup. So all of the holes in the bottom of the 6-port, as you can see right here, are wide open flow. There's nothing blocked off, there's no caps, there's no nothing. And as you can see on this side, there's no tubes, there's no straws, there's nothing. Every single gear has its own hole with no restrictions, and there's no tubes that are connecting ports. So, and also a good indicator on your valve is on the side of your valve will have the serial number as well as what kind of module it is with the part number as well. So it'll actually tell you on the side of the module if it's not too old. Like sometimes the stickers like to wear off and just fade, but the stickers will always help you, but this video should help identify which one's which.